There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them. There's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the UCLA Bruins, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Bruins will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks offense will go to work first. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense, is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense, their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
And to get rid of it quickly. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds his man. It's Moore. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. So the UCLA Bruins offense has its first opportunity of the day. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week, where basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he's making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air, because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
The Bruins come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. Gets it out quickly. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Punts it out of the air. Nice, solid completion there. Hit him on the slant.
Yeah, and a nice route in the slot, too, by that receiver. Great job putting his foot in the ground, crossing the face of the defender, and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
The give to the single back. has him set up.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
And the Bruins trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
To the air on 2nd down. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
And really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long through the 28. Moore to the air. Fires left. A strike downfield. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Handoff to the lone back. Breaks into the open. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the 2nd level and creating big lanes for this running back.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that capitalize by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
The Bruins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And when you get this far behind the chains and it's a guaranteed passing situation, defensive linemen go to work. That's what we do. We want to get sacks. We want to rush the quarterback, especially in known situations like this. That's why the quarterback tasted that dirt.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Not a chance. Missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
He'll throw it. Makes the grab. It's slow. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
Off play action. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Moore will throw. On the move, he fires. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him. And then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man. Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the 1st down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up, something easy. You know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. Utah State is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Logan for some time. They're up 14 over UNLV. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Got his man quickly. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
To the air on 1st down. Quick strike complete. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Like QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Marshall. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Hauls it in. It's a seam wide open. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The lone back's got it. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Bruins!
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And it was... for the 2-yard touchdown toss. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Right? The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
The sure hands, it's Casper. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Got it behind the line. It's low. The Ducks are in the hurry up. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
That's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
The Ducks are marching down the field. Moore to the air. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Casper. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stopped him just a bit short. They'll try to run for it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Handoff to the lone back. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB Singh. Linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's 1st down from the 48. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job of handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the third on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
Back to pass. It's Iamaleava. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
And that's the play the defense finally needed, man. They were getting gashed early. First 2 drives, they gave up 2 touchdowns. They knew they had to be able to get off the field. Great job creating the incompletion there on third down, now setting up fourth.
And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give from the gun. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. And the Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He'll throw on 3rd down. Catch in the middle, it's sticky. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese.
That's a fumble on the play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Man, I tell you what, those backup running backs, they don't get very many opportunities to prove themselves and deserve more carries and show the coaching staff. And when you do, and you fumble on the first carry, you're not going to get many more opportunities either.
To throw, it's Iamaleava. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in the rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
From the gun on 3rd down. He'll pull it down and run. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
They call 3rd down money down for a reason. Like, 2nd down, they get the sack, put them in a situation where it's a known passing situation. And how about this offense, man? They're trying to throw the football down the field, but this guy doesn't panic. He doesn't flinch. Does a nice job. Nobody covered. Doesn't force the football. And even better, takes off, scrambles, and gets the big first down for this offense.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
What a beautiful sight. And not only are we big and strong and powerful and athletic, you can just have unbelievable hands to the mix, because we can catch a football too, just like those little DBs, create turnovers, force interceptions. Let's go.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Casper. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can...
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Caught near the sticks. It's Wilson. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Iamaleava. Snagged out of the air. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
It's on target and complete. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete to the right. Finds a crease at the 20. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. No good. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene.
The Ducks will kick it away to crank up the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
The Bruins have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. On the move. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere as the defense is manhandling this running game.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Marshall. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Still on his feet at the 45. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, and this offense doing more of what they do. This is the #1 offense in the country in first downs. They find a way to continue to move the football, run, pass, so much balance. This offense is so good.
To the air, it's Iamaleava. Unloads to the right. It's complete. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
And the Bruins with the 1st and 10. Trying the run, it's Thomas. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. He's got it. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UCLA! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. Utah State is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Logan for some time. They're up 14 over UNLV. The moment something changes in this Mountain West fight, you will hear about it here. Back to you guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. All wideouts, no backs. Moore will throw. Makes the catch. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him. And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. He'll go to the sneak.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
They boot it away on 4th down. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. UCLA will go back to work on offense. The give to the tailback. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal block.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Looking for a crease, it's Thomas. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They just handed the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir, no mas, get it together.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. That they can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. The inside handoff. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Got his man on the right. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Snagged in the middle. It's Marshall. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Sends it back in motion. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Marshall. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Give to the running back. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. Third and long from the 30-yard line, and this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. They're working that left side. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Marches ahead. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And he's done everything for this offense today, running the football, so much so that he's now got 98 yards rushing. We're in the fourth quarter. One more carry, and this guy could eclipse the 100-yard mark.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Touchdown, Bruins! And the pummeling has started. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There will be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Parker. Just has a knack for hitting that move on time. He's out to the 33. The Ducks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Takes the handoff. It's Parker. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game. Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Under fire. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Firing to the right, complete. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
And the Bruins line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UCLA. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Fires to the big fella. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking for a gap. It's Parker. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. Now facing a 3rd and long. Moore to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Parker. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team?
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This all
makes the grab, plenty for the 1st down. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. The Ducks look to keep this drive humming. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Ellington. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Splits the uprights. It's good.
I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the 4th quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. The give as they work on that clock. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Gonna run it. It's Woods. Turning it on. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, UCLA.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. This quarterback part of their running game. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? They got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Ducks have pushed it inside the 20. Moore will throw. Quickly complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football. Man, this has been impressive.
Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all 3 phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.